Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is Laree and I'm going to be doing a general tarot reading for the collective today. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying this long Memorial Day weekend. So let's just get right into the reading. Just remember that this is a general reading, so you want to take what resonates and leave the rest. Oops. What messages do we have for the collective? What? Oh, we're already falling, huh? Okay, this is the overall energy, what's hidden, and outcome and advice. Okay. In the overall energy, we have the Eight of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Cups, and the Five of Swords. The Ace of Wands in reverse is someone is not taking action. This is a lack of inspired action. Let's clarify this energy and see what's going on. What's the Eight of Wands? What do we need to know about the Eight of Wands in reverse? Okay, we have Temperance. Actually, Temperance came out as a challenge. Okay. What is Temperance? Is a balance of, it is patience on a journey, learning to balance what you've been through with what you desire. And Temperance, sort of, that patience is what opens up a way, opens up a road, like it creates a path for you. What's Temperance? Let's see. Oh, okay. And we have Temperance and the Eight of Cups. Someone's walking away, or someone walked away, walking away from something or someone. What's Temperance and the Eight of Cups? What's Temperance and the Eight of Cups? Okay. We have the High Priestess. Someone is so this energy feels like someone is taking a pause. Taking a pause. This person has been through something. And they're finding their balance. Finding their balance after walking away from, I want to feel like walking away. I want to say this energy feels like walking away from something to ascend. In order to ascend, letting something go in order to ascend. Yeah, this feels like in order for you to become this high priestess, or in order for you to, this person had to stop taking action towards something and sort of surrender. They had to sort of stop taking action to something and surrender to the idea that, they had to let go of something in order to be able to embody this high priestess energy. This is not someone who's just walking away from a situation. This is someone understanding how important walking away from a situation is. Like, what's the true reasoning behind it? This is someone who knows deep down that it could be you're getting a message from spirit, and it could be just something that you know deep down, that in order for you to have, or in order for you to embody this high priestess energy, in other words, in order for you to ascend, you have to walk away from something. It's like knowing that you have to make a choice. And you need to, in order to do that, you need to stop taking action towards something or someone. In other words, change directions. Whereas you were taking action towards something, but you realized that you were going in the wrong direction. That was not your path, in other words. So your path was that whatever this was that you were moving toward was not for you. It was not your soul's purpose. It was going to hinder you. What's the High Priestess? The Eight of Cups and the High Priestess, please. The King of Swords. What's the High Priestess and the King of Swords? The High Priestess and the King of Swords. So your ascension includes you embodying your own intuition. Like you had to go in the direction of your intuition. You had to trust your intuition, and you had to understand that that was like this is a necessary journey that you're on in order for you to be able to get to what you really desire with this Six of Wands. And that's public success. But you had to embody your intuition and be able to hold on just a second. I'm getting hot. I gotta take this sweater off. Okay. With the High Priestess and the King of Swords. You're embodying the High Priestess. This is trusting your intuition and understanding and even seeing through the unseen. So you may have found yourself in a situation or something was holding you back. Yeah. With the Eight of Wands, something was definitely preventing you from moving forward. Something was holding you back. It's like being on a wrong road. It's like being on a journey, right? I was watching the show Married at First Sight. And one of the people on the show, I'll just tell you a statement he said, because he was going through, he's not a contestant, but he came in later. But anyway, this guy on the show is going through a divorce. And when he was asked why he's, what happened, why he's going through a divorce, he said, I don't remember how long he was married. He's been married, but he made the statement that it's like he's been in a car driving the wrong way for however many years. And he realized that he was going the wrong way. He realized that he was going the wrong way. And so with that realization, he knew that he had to make a choice, that he had to choose either to continue to go the wrong way or to stop driving in the wrong direction and turn around and go take a different road. And he chose to end his marriage at that point because he knew he said at that moment he knew that his marriage was over. He knew that he was no longer in the marriage because he knew that that's not what he was truly, he was not, truly happy, or that was not going to get him. Basically, he was on the wrong road. Long story short, okay? And so this Eight of Wands in reverse is signifying to me like you were going full speed ahead in the wrong direction. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like a halt. It's kind of like just a stop in movement, right? So that you can take a look at where you've been and where you really want to go with the temperance. Okay, it's a balance. But temperance takes patience. It slows down enough to look at the life that you've lived thus far. Okay, to look at where you've been thus far, but also understand that on one side you have your experiences and the road you've taken thus far, and on the other side you have what you really want. And there's a balance in between that creates a path for you. And that is what temperance is. And so when you take where you've been and you say, oh, this is where I've been, but this is where I want to be, and you balance that out, you accept where you've been, you hold it, you process it, you feel it, and you also understand where you really want to go, because you can't get where you want to go without knowing where you want to go. So there's this balance there, and that balance requires patience. And with that patience, there's an opening, a road, a path opened for you, right? And at this point, you realize that you got to walk away. You have to go in a different direction, okay? The direction of your intuition, right? The high priestess knows and understands the unseen. She has inner knowledge and hidden wisdom, and she is highly intuitive. She speaks through the intuition. And with the King of Swords, you're just cutting through with the truth and the understanding of what it is. Very straight, with clarity. So you're following your intuition, and you have clarity about where you want to land. Okay, the place that's going to make you proud and make you happy and bring you the life that you want with the Six of Wands. What's the Six of Wands? Clarify the King of Swords and the Six of Wands. Okay. The Ace of Wands. Clarity. The Ace of Wands. With this clarity and knowing where you want to go, knowing what you want out of life, how you want to live, what you want to achieve in your life, is giving you this Ace of Wands energy. And this Ace of Wands is a new beginning, a new creative beginning, a new passion, new ideas, new passion. Okay, so we get a new beginning there. And what else do we need to know in the overall energy? This is, oh my goodness. The Tower wanted to show its face, but we're not going to pop that out. Is there anything else we need to know in the overall energy? Okay, and the Moon. The Moon is facing your fears. So you have the Ace of Wands, or at least this is what I'm feeling from this reading. you are you are opening your eyes to a new creative vision, something you want to create, new creativity, new ideas, to get to this Six of Wands energy, which is the achievements that you want to have in life. What is it that you're striving for, that you want to achieve? And right now it's hidden. You can't quite see the end. You're at the beginning, so you can't quite see the end yet. So we have the moon and what's hidden, but what's also necessary is that you face your fears. As you can see, she's in the ocean and she's looking up towards the moon, and in other words, what you need to see will be revealed to you as you go along and face your fears. Okay, so you may not have all the answers right now, but the answers will be revealed as you journey along your path. Okay, as you keep moving forward. In what's hidden, we have the Ace of Cups. Right off the bat, I'm getting with the Ace of Cups, the love of the divine. Feeling supported through the love of the divine, which is the highest form of love, and giving that cup to yourself. Clarify the Ace of Cups, please. Okay. We have the Ten of Wands. This is burdens. What's the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Wands? The Ace of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Okay. And we have the Three of Pentacles. What's the Ten of Wands and the Three of Pentacles? I'm sorry, the Ten of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. Okay. The King of Wands. So we have someone's burdened. Someone's carrying a lot of burdens. These burdens have to do, it feels like working. This could be a burden. The Ten of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is a working together, bringing talents, skills, and bringing together talents and skills and desires to create something. This is the art of creation, of creating something, of working together to achieve something. And the King of Wands is my card for, this is a leader. This is someone who has the focus and the drive and the creativity to attract whatever is needed to build something, to create something. This is my card for the entrepreneurial spirit. What's the three? Oh, Three of Pentacles and King. Okay. And we have the Tower reversed. And this landed under the Ten of Wands. Someone is burdened because they're not allowing a tower to, or not allowing something to end. The Tower reversed feels like resistance to an ending. You know, kind of, like I said, you in the overall energy, there's a need to stop moving in a certain direction. It's an energy of you need to pivot in order and walk away from something. And maybe, let me see. And what's hidden? This is a burden. This is hard. It's hard. It's hard to let something go. What's the Tower? That could be a way of being. It could be a relationship. It could be a, let's see. What's the Tower? Oh. A new beginning. What? Why is the Tower reversed? Let me see. Oh, okay. It's a burden to let something in and move on to a new beginning. It's like it's hard to see. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I got it. Okay. It's like you have to let something go. There's a need to walk away from something in order for you to get to achievement. Walk away, trust your intuition, find your clarity about what it is that you want to achieve. And then you have the Ace of Wands, which is a gift, the gift of creativity, new ideas, or, it's that spark that you need to get to start. That's what the Ace of Wands is. And yes, it is hidden. You don't see it clearly right now. And that's the burden. Okay, so you're actually burdened by this inability to see what's in front of you. It's like you know what you need to do, but it's hard to do it. It's hard to let this tower fall. Okay, but that's how you get to your new beginning. And this new beginning does have something to do with work. I can see that it has something to do with your work. It has something to do with creating or building a business. That could be something could be something online. It could be, but this is related to a gift. Okay, this is related to a gift because you have two gifts here. You have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Which is like a calling, a passion. When you say, what's my passion? Yeah, it is, and it's definitely something that is all you because it's creative. It's creative and it comes from your heart. It's a divine gift. And it's going to give you a new beginning. But there is a caveat to that. You have to stop resisting it. You have to stop thinking of it as a burden. You know what I mean? And it's like when something is hard to do and it could be something, whatever this is that you have to walk away from. I don't know what it is, and it's going to be different for everyone. Whether it's a relationship, whether it is a way of being, whether it's vices, you'll be able to identify within yourself what it is. If this reading resonates with you, you already know what it is that you need to walk away from. But if you think of it as, and your intuition is telling you to do this, you're being guided. It's like that voice in your head. You know how something just nags you, you know you need to do something, but you keep putting it off and putting it off. You know what I mean? And it feels so heavy because if you don't know if you can't see the blessing beyond, you know what I mean? You can't see the road ahead of you. And that's where faith, I don't know who you believe in or what you believe in, but believe in yourself. This is where that self-love comes in. This is the gift that you give yourself, is the gift of believing in who you are, believing in your own capabilities, and trusting. There's something about with temperance is this trusting the process, trusting the path, your path, and being patient. This is, yeah, you have to step out on faith with the fool. The fool doesn't know what's in store. They have no idea what they're about to leap into. There's all kinds of, you know, there could be a million things to stop you from taking a leap, right? But if you never leap, you never know. And you don't get the blessing. You don't get the blessing without the leap. You just have to trust and move forward. And just trust in the divine and trust in yourself, because this is something that's being this is something that's calling you from within. And that's why it's there. That's why it's showing up in the cards. What's the Fool? Let's see if we can. Let's see. What else? Oh, okay. The Ace of Swords. The truth. This is a truth. You know the truth. You already know what this is. You have clarity. It just feels like there's this fear of taking a chance. Okay, let's find out what we need to, what else do we need to know in the hidden blessing? Oh, okay. This is sharing. And this is the Emperor. Okay, got it. In the hidden blessings. Okay, so there's a need with the Emperor. There's a need for you to take control. Okay, the Emperor takes control of a situation, of of the task of creating a firm foundation. He is very strategic, and he understands how to build, but how to not only build, but create a solid foundation, create structure in his building. So the cards are, the messages that you need to take control, okay? Face your fears, take control, step into your Emperor energy, because it is there for you. All you have to do is embody it. All these energies are here. And when you step into your Emperor energy and you start to share, okay, the Six of Pentacles is a giving and receiving of resources. But with this feels like your gift. Your gift is to share something. I don't know, it's something you've been through or something that you know, some knowledge to create a form of exchange, because that's all a business is. Okay, this business that you're going to create is going to represent your knowledge. It's going to represent an exchange of your experience, an exchange of your resources, your knowledge, whatever it is. And it's going to create a lot of pentacles for you, a lot of money for you. It's going to create a lot of money for you. But this is a part of your gift. And this Emperor energy is here to remind you that all you have to do, once you face your fears and step into this energy, you can't miss. You can't miss. So, and I know it's not easy, but nothing worth having is easy, right? Everything that's truly valuable requires sacrifice. And I don't mean sacrifices in laying down your life or whatever, but in some ways, yeah, you have to become what you want to achieve. You have to embody it. Whatever this Six of Wands is, your desire, your achievement, whatever this is that you have to share, this business that you're going to create with your talents and your abilities and your gifts is going to bring you public success. If it's not already happening, if it is happening, well, I love it. I'm here for it. I love it. But if it's not yet happening, if you have not yet walked away from what you need to walk away from and faced your fears and started embodying, your energy, if you are resistant, if you feel burdened and are resistant to allowing the change to happen, allowing that tower, that whatever this reality is, that's not your purpose, it's a false reality. So you have to let that fall away in order for you to open up to your reality, your true, what you are called to, your truth. Okay? So let's look at the outcome and advice here. We have the Five of Swords. This is confusion. This is a lack of clarity. But the hidden blessing is you have clarity. We have the Ace of Swords here. You actually have clarity. But you may be feeling like you are confused. You may be feeling like you have too many thoughts in your head and you're lacking clarity. But your higher self is calling you. Your higher self is calling you. Can we clarify the Five of Swords, please? Let's find out how we can make the most of these energies. Clarify the Five of Swords, please. Oops. We have the Empress. Okay, clarify the Five of Swords with the Empress. Oh. Okay. We have the Two of Swords, a difficult choice, and the Seven of Cups, choices. So what we're dealing with is The two of you having a difficult time making a choice here. Okay. The Empress, okay. Okay, they're telling me okay. The Empress is a card of action, is an energy of action. What she does is she moves off of the intuition that's given to her. Okay, the High Priestess is the one who has the inner knowledge and the inner wisdom and the intuition, right? She lives there in this state of intuiting. But once you get that intuitive hit, there's a need to act on it. And the Empress does not think once she has that intuitive hit. She is Mother Nature. She responds to the intuition. Okay, so she receives the intuition, and then immediately, that's why she is the mother of nature, because nature is, if you notice with nature, you don't have to tell the grass when to grow. You don't have to tell spring when to come. You don't have to tell the trees. You don't have to do the reseeding. You know what I mean? Mother Nature responds and acts on its own inner knowing. It just does automatically. And that's what the Empress represents. She represents you following your intuitive hits, and you're having a difficult time choosing because you're in this state of confusion, too much in your head and not really hearing what's calling you over here. Not really, because you are, just too much in your head. Like you see this big bird in his ear. Like imagine that. Like that's so distracting. There's something going on around you. I feel like in your environment or the people around you, I don't know what it is that's causing this distraction and confusion, but it feels like there's something around you in your environment that's not allowing you to hear what's calling you, hear your intuition so that you can act on it. And it's really making it hard for you to make a choice. You know what I mean? It's like you can't see what's in front of you. This could also represent being afraid to make a choice, with this Two of Swords and this Seven of Cups energy, or being disillusioned by choice, having too many choices. You know what I mean? So many choices that it's like, oh my gosh, what do I choose? You know how when you want to buy something, you like this certain shirt and it comes in it comes in 20 different colors, and you don't know now, you really like the shirt, but now you get stuck on what color to choose. You know what I mean? And really, it doesn't matter what you choose. It doesn't matter what color you choose. You just need to make a choice. But it's kind of, you kind of feels like an energy of, I don't know what to choose. Analysis paralysis, having too much information or too many things or too many distractions in your ear. So how do we move past this energy? How do we get clarity here? How does the viewer move beyond the Two of Swords and the Seven of Cups energy? The Chariot, look, you just have to take action. Once you start taking action, a lot of times you don't have to make a definite, in fact, let me just say this. You don't have to make a definite choice, okay? Understand how the universe guides us is not by saying this is, how do I say this? We're guided by following the next logical step. The next logical step is just what excites me to do. Ooh, what do I feel like I want to do right now? You know what I mean? What's exciting for me to do that's going to move me in a direction? And you learn how to follow your highest excitement. That's how you learn how to trust your intuition, because your intuition is always kind of nudging you. It's always kind of like, come this way, come this way, come this way. You know, oh, try this, or you know what, I want to do that, or just being curiosity. So let curiosity be your guide. Curiosity, and then a little excitement, you know what I mean? And then you go and do that, and just let the universe guide you through taking action. Okay, so instead of this, the Five of Swords, not taking any action, just being totally in your thoughts and your heads, so, to the point where you can't hear what's calling you all the way over here. You know what I'm saying? This is a very turbulent energy to be in. It's like, yeah, it's very difficult to be in this energy. You can't focus. Okay. So instead of just, when you don't know what to do, you take a baby step. Oh, you know what? I feel curious about this. What are you curious about? Ask yourself, what am I curious about? And then you go and take a look at what it is that you're curious about. And next thing you know, you're curious, okay, I'm curious about this. Oh, I see this. I'm curious about this next. I'm curious about that next. And you let action, there is a need to take action here. Okay? With that Chariot. So just pick something, because you know what? You really can't get it wrong. The thing you have to remember is that we come here to choose. It's so important in life to learn how to choose. That's what we come here for. We come here to live and choose, to experience and choose. You know what? You have an experience. I like that. You know what? I would like to do that again, or I would like to try more of that, or I would like to have more experiences like that. That's a choice, you know. Or you have an experience, I didn't like that. I don't like that. I would not like to have more experiences like that, you know. I prefer this instead of that, you know, and that's how you move yourself along in life, you know, and that's how you actually will find your passion and find what you want to work towards, you know, and also discover what your gifts and talents are that are going to help you create something, okay, that you can share with others. That's how you discover yourself, by taking action, okay? So instead of being stuck, because being stuck gets you nowhere, you've got to find a way to get out of this stuck energy here, and that is by taking action. Okay, let's see what more we can find out. What's the Chariot? What's the Seven of Cups in the Chariot? What's the Seven of Cups in the Chariot? Look, the Star. This is healing energy. This is hope and healing. What is it that has helped you to heal? It feels like your star, your North Star, You're moving towards your North Star. It has something to do with your healing. What's the Chariot and the Star? Oh. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. They're saying, okay, there's a need for you to heal. You need to take action towards your healing. Oh, okay. Oh, got it. Okay. That has to do with you walking away. Okay. That has to do with you walking away from something in order for you to ascend. Your healing is over here. You need to walk. There's something that you need to leave behind so that you can heal. Okay? So that you can heal. What is it that is draining you? That's holding you back? That is, keeping you from moving forward the way you want to move forward in your life? Like, what is it? You know what it is. Like, we all know what it is. And it's going to be different for everyone, and there's no judgment here. It doesn't matter what it is, because truthfully, we're all on the same journey here. We're just having different experiences, but it is still okay. The guy says your intuition knows. You know. Okay, what's the Chariot and the Star? You want to move along. What's the Chariot and the Star? It's the Ten of Swords, walking away. Look. The Ten of Swords, it's an ending. But it's not just an ending, it's a new beginning. Whatever this ending is, whatever this you need to walk away from, within you walking away, that walking away, right on the other side of that, it opens the door for your new beginning. That's why this Ten of Swords, as you notice, is not dark. Like, there's light on the other side of that hill. There's healing on the other side of this. You've already You've already been wounded, is what I'm hearing. You've already been wounded. Like, the swords are already there. The swords are already in you. You know what I mean? So it's just now you have to take whatever pain that you've experienced, because 10 swords is a lot. That's a lot of pain. That's a very hard ending, right? Or at least it feels so hard. It feels like such a burden. But on the other side of that, like, the moment you decide to choose, the moment you make a choice, right, to allow that tower to stop resisting this ending, because there's some resistance to this ending. It's like you're carrying a burden to allow this ending, you know. But once you decide and allow this ending to fully happen with the Ten of Swords, right on the other side of that is hope, is healing. Right on the other side of it. is your new beginning. Okay, what's the final? Let me get one more card for the outcome and advice. How can the viewer make the best of this energy? Justice. This is justice. This new beginning is going to be justice for you. That's going to be the outcome of this. So this Ten of Swords is not, it's not over. It's creating this ending so that you can have this beautiful new beginning. And that's going to be justice. I don't know who hurt you. Look, and on the bottom of the deck, we have the death and rebirth on the bottom of the deck. That's going to be justice. You allowing this ending to happen. And on the other side of it, you're going to come out as a whole new person, a whole new being. You're not even going to recognize yourself. And people aren't going to recognize you. Death is not final. It is a rebirth. It's a new beginning. It's literally allowing the old version of yourself to pass away so that you can become the newer, the higher version of yourself, the version of yourself that is closer to your higher self, so that you can ascend, you know. So this reading is ultimately telling you that it's time for you to ascend. You're being called higher. You have a higher calling. And the only thing you have to do is answer the call. But in order for you to have this new version of yourself, for you to experience the version of yourself that's calling you, it's literally calling you. In order for you to experience this version of yourself, you have to release the old version of yourself. You have to let that version go. And I hope that this reading helps you to understand the importance of that, because that's what we came here for. Whatever you needed to learn on this timeline that you're on, the lessons have been learned. And if you you can repeat the cycle if you want to, or you can ascend. There's definitely a choice here. There's definitely a choice. You don't have to do anything. I mean, this is free will. You know what I mean? You can stay right where you are, and you can continue to have the same experiences that you're having. And you can repeat the whole cycle all over again. That is an option, and that is a choice. Okay, but there is another choice for you to take the lessons that you've learned. Like, that's what the Fool does. The Fool in the new beginning, the only thing the Fool takes is their experiences, the lessons that they've learned. That is what your soul brings in with you. That is what the Fool takes with them into their new beginning, so that they can use those lessons as teachers. You know, our lessons are our teachers. Our experiences are our teachers. So that they can get to the next level. They can use those things that they learned in the last timeline to help them in the next timeline. And but the next timeline is an ascended one. You know, you're ascending. And so it's like a new adventure, something exciting, something scary too. Don't get me wrong, it's scary too, but it's exciting. You know what I mean? That's what we came here for. That's the fun of it. To see how far we can go, right? To see ourselves, improve to ourselves, that we can reach our potential. And this is your opportunity to do that. And so I encourage you to, I know there may be a little bit of resistance or a lot of resistance. It feels like a total burden to let this, the old version of yourself go. But the old version of yourself is now a false reality that you're living in, because there's a whole new reality waiting for you on the other side of that. You have created that through your living and through your experiences. You've created another you, and now it's calling you. And you won't have any peace. Trust me, if you don't go, it's not going to stop calling you. It's going to keep calling you because you've created that. So anyway, that's your reading. Because I feel like I'm yapping now, but that is your reading, and I hope it was helpful. And I hope that I hope that you understood the lesson in this reading, and that you were blessed by it. If you have any comments, if this reading resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if not, I will maybe see you in the next one. If you like this content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate you all for joining me for this reading. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.